Let's go ahead and stand for the Pledge of Allegiance, please. I pledge allegiance
to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Erica has the guest interviews today.
Hi, everybody. As many of you may or may not know, we are currently looking for a new student record system, which we found. So, this is Larry Stevens. He's with Code Level Services and is the owner of the company Code Level Services that is going to provide us with academics, which is going to be our new student record system. So just wanted you guys to put a face with a name. We're going to be doing a lot of training, meeting, figuring stuff out over the next few months. So I'm going to let him say hi, and he's got to hit the road.
Hey, I really appreciate you all having me here, and I really am enjoying the opportunity to come and talk with you and meet with you and put together a system for you that'll help you do your jobs better, more cleanly, more effectively, and get rid of some of the headaches that maybe you currently have. But what I look forward to the most is really working individually with you, with each individual that might touch the system, to sit down and find out what your needs are, what your issues are, and coming up with solutions. That's what we're really all about, is a company that's out there. That's why we're called Code Level Services, is we're here to serve you and to give you what you need. So we're really excited about the opportunity to sit down and work with you and find out what we can do to make your life better. Thank you. And you all have a great Thanksgiving, because I'm headed out to Lexington tonight and for our Thanksgiving. But I said, again, look forward to working with you all. And thanks again.
I just want to say a quick thank you to the team that helped find him and put a whole bunch of work that nobody knew about in on that. Lacey, Jane Ann, is she not here? Okay. And Jolene's not here. So obviously they just worked themselves into vacation. So thank you.
Thank you, guys. And thank you, Larry. Appreciate it. Okay, we'll turn it over to Mr. Phillips now. Oh, I'm sorry. Turning it over to Tiffany now. Sorry.
Okay, good morning. First of all, on my agenda is our personnel update, and I just want to let you guys know that we are in the process of second interviews for both the payroll benefit specialist position, which is Lalonde, and then Lori Lawson's full position, the activity fund custodian. So hopefully within the next couple of weeks, we'll be able to announce someone for both of those positions and get those guys on board, hopefully before Christmas, and we'll all still be receiving our paychecks and writing checks to vendors and all that good stuff. Also, we have our Pawhuska bus driver position still open. So if you know anyone who would love to drive a bus for us from Pawhuska and back, mornings and afternoon, whatever we need it, we're looking for that position. Scott Sutherland and Seth Hedges and others are very happily filling in for us for that position and making it work so we can get our kids transported. But that position is open. Our next is our customer service tip, number 4 already. Can you guys remember the first, Larry? First one, greet people with a smile, name badge on your right. And then last month, it was instead of using "you're welcome," say "my pleasure," "absolutely," or "of course." And today, number 4 is when you do greet someone or we have a guest on campus or anyone, instead of just pointing the direction, get up and walk them to where they need to go. Or if you're on your way somewhere, if you have a few extra minutes, go ahead and walk them to their destination. I know we kind of alluded to this last month with dental hygienes, guests or clients having a hard time finding their way. So that really just helps everyone feel a little more welcome. And if you're looking for something to talk to them about on your way, just whatever you're passing. Oh, this is our cosmetology department, they have the best pedicures, facials, this is our SH marketing, you're free to come in here and eat. Wherever you may be headed, just talk about what you're walking past at that point. Or just what a great place it is to work. Speaking of a great place to work, our November work anniversaries. Do we have? Oh, no, okay, no picture. Mary Anton has been with us 8 years. Where's Mary? Tara Cole has been with us 5 years. Laura Capey, 16 years. Aaron Payne's been with us 2 years already. Where's Aaron? And Ison is celebrating his 1-year anniversary. And also preparing to celebrate the birth of his baby girl in January. We'll be happy to celebrate that with you. United Way update. We have, there we go. We have 72 donors to our Tri-County United Way campaign this year. Our goal for that was 60 donors, so we did meet that goal. We had 3 pace setters, which that is giving $500 or more to the United Way campaign. The goal for that was 6 pace setters, so we kind of missed the mark on that one. And then we have 58 Gene Day participants, and we raised $14,338. Our goal was $15,000, so we missed that by just a little bit. So if anybody wants to reach deep into their pockets and throw a little extra out there so we can reach our goal, that would be great. But $14,000 is still pretty significant, and I know it's greatly appreciated by the United Way and the recipients. So give yourselves a hand. And finally, I just wanted to give an update on our Christmas party. The Employee Satisfaction Committee's been working on this. It is going to be December 13th here in the Event Center. The dress is Christmas festive, Christmas casual like it was last year. We are going to play 3 or 4 different Minute to Win It games, which are going to be a lot of fun. And I believe the prizes for that are going to be pretty good, like maybe $50 gift cards here to places locally. And then there will be a couple other opportunities if you don't want to play the games that you might get a chance to win. We'll have a photo booth set up out in the foyer so you can have a picture with your loved one with some fun props. We are not having the ugly sweater contest this year, so we're replacing that with the Minute to Win It games. And we will start at 6:30. We're going to have a cash bar, so if you'd like to get here at 6:30 for that. And then the dinner will start at 7. It is going to be herb chicken something and roasted pork tenderloin and chocolate mousse. Garlic mash. Garlic smashed potatoes and green beans almondine, just to add some class to the function. You have to say it like that. And some chocolate mousse to go with it also. So anyway, we hope you all can attend. If you could get your RSVP into Ember by December 2nd, that would be great, so we can plan for food, let the caterer know how much food to bring, and all, and so we know how many prizes we'll have as well. And now I'm going to turn it over to Tammy.
Let me see if I can read Tiffany's notes here. Just kidding. I'm going to update you a bit on instructional and learning excellence. Of course, some of us, the quality journey I'm going to talk about, not for very long this time, just for a pinch. I am going to give you a little bit more details about academics, and I wish Larry could have stayed, Larry Stevens, because I sure was wondering why they spelled academics that way. Gosh darn it, I was hoping to put him on the spot. Deanne, edits the slides to be sure I didn't screw up before we put him up here, and she said, "Is that how that's spelled?" That's really how it's spelled. So anyway, we'll have to ask him that when we see him next time. Show you some pictures from a faculty activity where they share some teaching techniques. So some of you that said, "Don't take my picture and put it up there," I did. And I have a couple pictures from the 8th grade career awareness that happened in this room this past week. And then I have a bunch of games. So let's talk about our quality journey. There's some people that represented us at the luncheon. That was at the Cox Convention Center. A very, very nice event. And Lieutenant Governor Todd Lamb actually was the person that awarded us the trophy, which to me looks like a big old chunk of granite. Is that what that is? Anyway, it's nice and it's heavy, and we were really honored to receive that award. It's kind of hard to see this up on the big screen, the little screen. I just wanted to remind you where we were in our journey and where we're going. You know, our ultimate goal is at the top is by the year 2020, and that would be November 2020, that we would be recognized with the National Malcolm Baldrige Award. Going back down to the bottom, in 2006 is when we received the Commitment Award. In November 13, we just received the Achievement Award. Our next step will be to complete the Award of Excellence application. That'll be due in the spring, in March. Then in September 14, the examiners will be here. Lots of you got to participate in that this past September, so we'll be playing with a different group of examiners again in September. Then next November is when we hope to receive the Excellence Award, and then we'll begin applying for the National Baldrige Award. So that's where we are in our journey. A little bit about academics, but I really should make Erica, this came from her spreadsheet that she sent me about why we chose academics. Many student record systems have a separate record system for Strategy Center, a separate record system for Community Ed and short term, and a separate record system for full-time programs. So that was one thing about academics that was important to us, that we could use this one student record system for all of our students, and they're going to be able to do that. One thing that I like, is because I'm a nerd, is they're going to have dashboards for us with real-time information. So let's say we've made a initiative, not a major initiative, but an initiative to save more students, to keep more students in school. So maybe you wonder, what is our retention rate? Write this in. How many of those students have left, or how many are we retaining? We'll be able to look at the dashboard, any of us will, without doing a query or anything fancy or sticking your tongue out. We'll be able to see real-time data for our students. So I think that's awesome. That was a really good feature. The grade book, this was a big one for the teachers, and Jolene represented the full-time teachers well. You're going to be able to copy assignments within year to year, within courses. So if you have the same assignments in one year and you're having them the next year, you can copy them and not have to do all those keystrokes again. So I know that was a big deal to you. It's going to be a user-friendly student and parent portal. Maybe parents can actually use it and look and be able to look at their students' information. Of course, for state reports, we'll use it for enrollment, we'll use it for grade looking, we'll use it for invoice, we'll use it for online payments for students that owe us money, Kim and Tammy. And invoicing, they could go online and pay us the money that they owe. And then there's a main screen page that you can personalize announcements, and we can put announcements as well. Remember, we're going to the state capitol, bring your permission form, or whatever those things that you need to do. So we're looking forward to it. It will be a transition. Erica's working on that transition plan, and Lacey, the first step is getting our data from Vera Cross into academics. And they're actually starting on that now. I've been using a lot of data words that probably a few of you in this room understand, but I certainly don't. But it's a great product, and it also, because Larry's not here, it's a bargain. It really was. They did a great job negotiating this. It was a good deal, so it's going to help use our resources more efficiently. Here's how the teachers spent their lunch last Friday. You all were running errands and having leisurely lunches at Chili's. They were in here, looking down sliders, and not that the sliders aren't wonderful, Brian, Aaron, they're awesome. They spent their lunch working on continuous improvement and sharing techniques to enhance 21st century skills. And I was very pleased by the results, and small learning community leaders led that event, that activity. And I thought it turned out pretty great. I hope the teachers did too. And then I wanted to show you what all the noise was in the halls with some of the 8th graders that were here. It's important for us to begin recruiting to 8th graders because students, full-time students, high school students, have to make plans in their academic schedule to come to us. They can't wake up one day as a sophomore and decide they want to go to tech when they're juniors because that wouldn't be able to fit in their plans. So it helps to be able to reel them in early. This is something that we don't know if this worked or not for 3 years down the road, but it's still important that we do. So thank you, all of you that participated in that and did that. Let's give away some candy bars, some white license. Who wants to give my candy bars away today, Jamie? We have a lot today. We have a lot of people recognizing the values, our values that are put into action. Brandy Gann, where's Brandy? Lacey Davis. Zep, where's Zep Hedges? That was on my spot. Michelle Radcliffe. Jason Godfrey. Next one, Rick Ryan. Let's continue to recognize each other when we see each other demonstrating our values. And that's all I have. I believe it's Kim's turn.
Kind of in a panic because we have DHS, I guess, showed up out back, childcare. So they're needing a few documents, so Laura and I were scrambling to get that stuff to them. So keep them happy. Okay. Do the financial update, just that first sheet, so November. Tammy Flynn and I have been tag teaming across the way to keep Lori's job up while we're finding someone. So this morning, I panicked a little bit because you have to have things put in the system to be able to get my numbers. We've been getting all the money to the bank, but we've doing 2 jobs. You kind of like, and I was, what else do we got? We don't look very good. So I think we've gotten everything entered now. So total, you guys see that? Okay, it's a little bit small. Total, as of today, we have collected a little over $4,700,000 of our revenue. So if we still spent everybody's money in our budget, which is $9.4 million, we would be negative $4,600,000 at this point. So we're getting more better. So we still need to collect $7 million to hit our carry forward goal of the 2.4. We still have $1.4 million to come from the formula. And now that we did away with bid assistance and TANF went away, we get that one payment every month. A little bit came off of those state payments every month. So, which we budgeted that. We already knew that was going to happen because that's part of our plan on reducing all the federal dollars. Amount that we still need to come from ad valorem is $4 million too. Typically in December we'll start getting a little bit of ad valorem for the current year. Not a lot, but the last couple of years it's been around $500,000-600,000 in December. So we may see that next month kind of come up, or that 4.2 will drop down just a smidgen. So remaining, we still have $1,395,000. So here's our bar graph. As we come across, the first month we had that big drop, and then we kind of had another pretty good sized drop. This is a little bit less of a drop, and it's because we typically will see that as we get further in towards the end of a semester because most everybody's getting their tuitions being paid. We kind of already gotten everything billed right off the bat for all the different schools or companies that are partnering with us, the OS money. So once we hit after December, January, we'll start seeing that. We should start seeing a bigger drop here too. Scroll down a little bit. That's all my data. So, you can tell me what the blue line is. Good job, Lyndall. Gold star for you. I don't have anything for you, sorry. And then the red line is
The average.
our average. Good job. So you can see our blue line was below. what we should have been for, on average, where we should be collecting to hit our target at the end. But that's the only one so far that's been dipped below the line. So that's good, because it's not consistently lower, because then it makes our average go up if we consistently be lower. So it made our average go up about 8,000, that shows that we have to collect more months now to make up for that, a little bit of a dip. And we may see a little dip again next month, because we're going into holidays, and we're only here for 2 or 3 weeks in December, so of course we're going to collect less money in December, because we're not here as much. Okay, so that's all I have on financial. Then I have some exciting news on the fitness facility. Yay! If you haven't been by, take a moment and drop by and say hi to Shannon. If the door's locked, she's in there. Just bang on it. She'll come and let you in. She kind of, sometimes, she may be in the back or whatever, so not knowing who's kind of coming in and out. But here is a picture of that I took this morning. We've got new equipment is in the big equipment. So these are the weight machines. Every one of those machines do something different, do 2 different things. So the one that does the belly crunches does the back thing too. I mean, every one of them you can adjust to do 2 different types of exercises on the machine. That helped us to be able to get more areas covered, but still be able to fit it in that area that we have. And then here's all the cardio stuff up front. We have 2 recumbent bikes, an AMT machine, which it does like stair stepper and elliptical, so it does 2 different things. And then we have 4 treadmills right now. So we're going to kind of see how that's utilized, and then maybe next year, if we realize that treadmills, they're always full, we may put that in the budget to purchase a couple more for next year. That'll be stuff that I'll take recommendations from Shannon when she puts her budget together for the new year. She'll be able to tell us if we need to add any additional. Because we have plenty of room up front there. We went ahead and had them install outlets all along the front for how far you have to put them apart. So we can add a few more machines still up front. But this will definitely get us started. And all those machines right there on the front, they have internet access. You can watch TV on them while you're walking. So I'm like excited. I'm going to go watch my soap opera at lunch while I walk. I was like, maybe that'll make me go. So our plan right now is tentatively December 9th. We're going to do a soft opening. So that means Shannon's going to start scheduling safety orientation for everyone, because everybody has to go through a safety orientation and let her kind of show you about the equipment and sign all the paperwork that you got to sign, that you can't hold us liable if you hurt yourself and all that fun stuff. Once you get through that, she'll give you an access card that you'll be able to come up. So if we're closed in the evenings, you'll be able to come up and swipe your badge and go ahead and come in and work out. Once you go through safety and you get your card, you're welcome to start working out. Right now we don't have, Monday we've got some more stuff, smaller stuff like the balls and the dumbbells and the mats and stuff like that. They're not here yet, but we decided to kind of go ahead and let you guys start utilizing the weights and the cardio equipment while we're still fine-tuning the rest of it. So that's kind of the plan. So keep your eye out for a list, a sign-up sheet that will start coming out. Tiffany will send that out to you guys. She's going to do it in slots of 10. So 10 people at a time can roll through it. And that way you can get yourself all safety oriented and be ready to come work out if you'd like. And our plan is it'll be just for staff members for probably the first few months while we get everybody trained and get the bugs all worked out. The plan is we're going to start hosting group fitness classes in January, and those will be open to the public. So if you have any friends that want to come work out with you, you guys want to come do Zumba in January, you'll enroll up front with Erica. So that's kind of the plan for right now. We're super excited. And then we had 2 great ideas this month to be presented, but one of our people, she's out of town, so we're going to wait until hers next month when she can be here to receive that. But one that is here this month is Cindy Palmer. Go for it.
My bright idea was to use our food for thought class that we do every other month as professional development and put it on our newsletter every week. So yesterday we had Zane and Gail and Tara come over and participated, and it was great. I think they enjoyed it. Would you say? Anyway, thank you. Stop over there and let everybody else know what's going on over there in Cindy's world too. So, is Larry? Tara.
Okay, I'm going to give a foundation update. Like last month, we discussed that we're going to do this every month. So next slide. This is going to be so small. I didn't realize we were in here. I apologize, or I would have reframed this. So full-time, short-term, and specific assistance are the three areas that we currently focus on for our assistance from the foundation to Tri-County students. And as far as full-time is concerned, we have utilized $21,090 to date in tuition assistance to students that belong to 9 different programs, and we've had 31 separate students that have utilized that fund right there. For short term, we have used $7,500 to date in 10 different programs with 25 separate students. So you can kind of see how this is going to break down. Now, as we move forward, we'll see that these numbers will shift and change because we're going to have the loss of, we're coming away from the federal funding, so things are going to really see a big change as we go through the next year. For specific assistance, we had $4,673 spent on school supplies that assisted 51 students. So far, we had spent $1,433 in the food bank supplies, and the numbers pending on that for a total. We will have all of the food baskets that will be put together as we go into the holidays, so that number will change. And we also haven't pulled a number as far as the classroom food cabinets that we have. I don't know what we're, the food pantry type thing that we have in the classrooms. $1,160 in emergency assistance has been utilized, and that was distributed out to 8 students. So this just gives you a snapshot for what we've utilized today and where it's gone to. We did have a foundation board meeting last week, and it was our annual board meeting, and we approved our 2014 budget. We have that pretty aligned at this point as far as the board members are concerned, and understanding that we're projecting out and then trying to really work within that budget. So it's turned into a pretty smooth process. We are welcoming 2 new board members in January. One of those is Mr. Robert Paiva. He is the general manager over Siemens location here in Bartlesville. And also Dr. Lisa Bliss. She is with Edgenuity, that we do the online core classes through for students to be able to pick up hours that they might not have been able to get otherwise by attending our classes at the same time. So we are excited to bring both of those people on board to the foundation board. We did receive, I think we had talked about this before, but we did receive we had a substantial donation from Siemens that did land itself into our bank account last week, and that is through the partnership that has gone on with the BDC, Siemens. Some of the other businesses are aligning themselves to be able to utilize it, but it's the AMET program that Mark Kottner has been teaching. So he has finished a couple of rounds of that at this point. Things are going strong with it. The money that came across from Siemens is not dedicated to the AMET program. They left it open for us, so it actually went into our foundation general fund so that we could utilize it for whatever we found a need for. So that was really good, and we're very thankful for that. Any other? Oh, no. I forgot I had sent you that, Darlene. Good job. So just a snapshot of our assets as of October 31st. The credit union, we have $103,927.48. In the performance fund of the credit union, which I need to change that to Truity nowadays. I haven't got that straight in my mind yet. We have $50,304.99, and then at the community foundation, which is our, as we talk about endowed dollars, that is $222,349.84, for a grand total right now of $376,582.31. So, any questions about foundation? If anybody ever has any questions, you're welcome to just contact me, and I'll be happy to help you with it. Thanks.
Thank you, Tara. Happy Friday, everybody. Who was hoping for a snow day today? I appreciate the honesty. Hey, keep your fingers crossed. Maybe Monday, right? Nobody wants one worse than me, I promise you that. So hopefully we'll get that. Maybe Monday or Tuesday. I don't want anybody to have to drive on slick roads or anything bad to happen, but sure would be nice to sleep in on Monday, wouldn't it? I have lots of stories to tell you today. I got out of order on the agenda because typically I give you an update about the board meeting. The board meeting was very, there wasn't much news at the board meeting. We approved a couple of contracts and some purchases, and things were pretty routine. I think it was a 40-minute meeting, so I was very, very happy about that. What am I competing with? Go ahead and stop that. So I have some stories for you, not from you, story. Anybody go to Justin Timberlake last night? Really, Jamie? Well, my 13-year-old son went too. He was a Krabby Patty this morning. He got in about 12:30 last night. And I said, how was it? He said, it's pretty good. I fell asleep at the end. So I guess Timberlake wasn't working too well for him. I do have some serious things to share with you, and then just a few more stories if you'll allow me. I've updated a few of the work groups on some of our plans regarding our high school and our adult programs, and I thought this might be an appropriate time and venue to bring the entire group up to speed, to at least touch on the surface of where we're going and how this all fits into our big plans as we move away from the federal funding, and to let you know there truly is a plan in place, and it's coming together nicely. I think the major thing I want to share with you today is how our high school and adult students are going to be affected, and we'll briefly touch on that. It's my desire to completely separate out our full-time programs, our high school and adult students. And that's a big shift, because that has been kind of the staple for Oklahoma Career Tech. But it's my belief that high school students learn very differently than adult students, and I think I've gotten a lot of buy-in from many of you in the room regarding this. High school students have a lot of things going on. They have proms, and they have track meets, and they have lots and lots of stuff. And getting them ready for the adult world is much different than a 30-year-old who's working paycheck to paycheck, who needs to get trained to get out into the real world. So as we talk about this, we'll begin to separate programs out, and it shouldn't be a surprise to anybody. We have created adult programs, 2 teacher programs, and setting the stage for this new type of learning environment. So we're really pretty close, but it's going to take some time, because it's going to take some additional staffing to make this happen. But as we move this way, it fits nicely into our business model for the federal financial aid going away. And remember, I've said all along that we're going to be able to make our programs more affordable to our adult students, and that seems counterintuitive to a typical business model. But when you're able to increase the number of people you're serving, will increase the amount of income that's coming that will affect Kim's slides that she showed you earlier. I do believe that we'll be able to train 3 times the number of students for 1/3 of the cost. I don't believe that. I know we'll be able to. But again, that's not going to happen overnight. So what is going to have to happen for all this to fall into place? Well, a couple of things are going to have to happen. We're going to begin to transition what has typically been known as short-term programs in Erica's camp. Short-term has been comprised of hobby-type classes, guitar lessons, making this up, macrame, jazz, you guys know what I'm talking about, hobby-type classes, versus things like phlebotomy, CNA, those kinds of things that are technical updates to help people improve their current job skills or get a job to improve their lives. So, moving those out into this adult segment of our school. We're going to slowly do that. But at the same time, we want to begin to bolster our potential with community, what's going to be called community education. So we have adults, community education, and adult full-time programs. Everybody with me so far? So this community education is really a significant opportunity for Tri-County. And I think our enrollments will go through the roof and our income potential with community education, which has been sort of hovering over here. And it's been by design. It's going to be very necessary for us to strategically and significantly market community education. But once we do, the potential will be enormous. So we'll do that hand in hand as we begin to separate these programs. And AMED's been mentioned today, program markets teaching. That's kind of the design to have in mind for the majority of our adult programs. Not all, but the majority of our adult programs. And faculty, I know a lot of this is a repeat for you. So hopefully, am I telling the same stuff I said last time? Pretty close? Okay, thanks, Michelle. She gave me a head nod. Appreciate that. So, community education, significant dollars. Tiffany's significant dollars for marketing. Tiffany's marketing budget is about $140,000, but that marketing budget needs to be around $400,000 to $500,000. So, why so much money and why now? Well, Baldrige, the quality, all of the things that we've been doing for the last 10 years is putting into place a framework that will allow us to be ready for such growth. Because when you have that growth, you're going to have problems. You're going to have people in the community that are going to look at you differently, that are going to ask questions. But we are very primed and ready to answer all of those questions. I have no doubt in my mind. So I think we're ready. We'll begin to increase the budget dollars. So before we do that, we have one more step. The influx of community ed enrollments means a need for community ed instructors. Here's my concern. We have community ed instructors now, adjunct faculty that work for Tara, Tanya, Larry, Erica, dozens of them, 60, 70 of them, that I have no idea who they are. Neither do you, for that matter. That makes sense? We're all in here every month. Get to hear the same sort of, they have no idea who we are. They don't know what the Tri-County way is. They're not drinking from the same Kool-Aid jug that we are. Kool-Aid. That's all I have. So, they need to be drinking from the same jug because they're touching 10 times the number of people that this group is. Does that make sense? So, we need to put into place a very formal, structured environment to help them learn the Tri-County way. And I'm tentatively calling that Tri-County University. A very formal educational process that we're going to put in place. We will soon be hiring a director for the Tri-County University, somebody who will oversee this educational opportunity and will also oversee online learning for this particular endeavor. We'll use that same format for increasing our online learning opportunities for the community. Everybody with me? See all these multiple steps? So step one is hiring the person to run different Tri-County University, okay, TC University, and that may change. So I'm very excited about that and excited about getting a person into that position that can really do some fun, creative things for us. So that's what's going on with the adult versus high school. So getting lots of questions about the federal funding. Lots of legislative questions about that. Our state director is buying into it. By the way, everybody knows I'm a big fan of the state director, except today. He had he scheduled three superintendent-only meetings, and today it's from 1 to 5. I'm like, oh no. I told the guy that it's going to be via distance. I'm like, Chuck, I'm pretty sure the technology needs to go out about 3:30. 5 o'clock meeting on a Friday? Yeah, that's going to happen. Okay, so anyway, we're getting a lot of attention. We've had we got another request today for our quality application. Everybody's wanting to see our quality application. And those of you who got to attend the party a couple weeks ago where we received our award, it was a nice event. And we've gotten our feedback report. We got it 2 days ago. And I read it and I'm like, okay. You know, often we just want to go to the negative stuff and they're like, I don't know what they're talking about. They really kind of do know what they're talking about. And the suggestions they gave us are really going to help us improve. So I'm anxious to get into the feedback and sort of start working toward improving the areas they said we needed to improve in. But most of it was very complimentary that we're doing the right things at the right time. So the feedback report was very good. I suspect we'll share it with all of you and probably after Thanksgiving. So look forward to reading that. Has everybody had a chance to see the landscaping out front? Isn't that beautiful? Yeah. It'll all come, they're ahead of schedule, believe it or not, so it's looking good. Eric's happy about that. Yeah, that'll really complement the fitness center. And as Kim was talking about the fitness center, I was looking at all of you and you're all like, ooh, I just ate 3 pieces of fried chicken. Amber was actually eating the fried chicken. She's like, I need to get on that treadmill today. What about my orientation? As I close, I just want to share a personal story with you. This time of year, every year for the last 18 years, I've traveled out of state to spend quality time with very close friends. I do it every year and nothing gets in my way. In fact, the board knows that we have a different board date every November to accommodate a hunting trip for Lindell. So not that I'm special, but I would miss the board meeting if they had it that day. It's that important to me because, we're not getting any younger. And this was the 18th year. And the hunting trip, I used to be about hunting, and some of you actually hunt. And I love to hunt and get into the woods, but there's some years when I go to deer camp that there's no hunting. We go and we relax and we eat too much, we drink too much, and have so very much fun. And so that's that opportunity for me to get away, to sort of decompress. And the senior leaders are really happy about that because I really don't look at emails for 3 or 4 days, do I? So they're happy that they don't have to hear from me. And the reason I share that story with you is because this time of year I sort of get sentimental. And I think those of you that have been close to me for a long time, being here 15 years, know this because that deer camp, it signifies a point that I look back on over my life. I started to go to deer camp when I was 26 years old. And I think back at all the things that happened. And I suspect many of you have a point in your lives that you look back and you sort of benchmark or think about, oh yeah, that's happened. Throughout deer camp, there's four guys, and there's probably been 10 different people throughout the years. And over those years, we've lost parents and grandparents, and we've had children. In some cases, lost children, those kinds of things. So it's a time to reflect because, ladies and gentlemen, we've had a fantastic year, a tremendous year. We've gotten so many awards and accolades to the point it's a little bit scary sometimes. Careful what you wish for, because you put that target on your back. But I think it's important for us to remind ourselves exactly what is the reason for the season. We get so busy checking off that task list. You all have it. You can spend hours every day answering emails, checking things off. And I think about a painter that's painting a beautiful portrait that's so focused on the colors of the paint that they can't see the beauty of the picture. And that's what we have at Tri-County. We have this beautiful picture. We need to be careful that we're not just checking off the list because we have people depending on us. Lots of people depending on us. And when I reflect back on deer camp, I'll sit in the woods for a few hours and I leave and I really don't remember what I thought about. And you just kind of clear your mind. But this year, I guess in particular, I had this thought about how blessed I personally am to be an educator, to be a part of Tri-County. And I hope you feel that way too, because, our customers are students, they're children, some young, some old, that come to us with the desire to improve their lives, improve their skill set, so they can have a better life. So don't think for 1 minute you're not making a difference, because you are. All of you are. I've said on so many occasions, nothing is more noble than being an educator. Being an educator is having a profound impact on a young person's lives. And I can give you dozens of examples. Many of you have examples of people that call you this time of year to say thank you. Thank you for giving me that skill. Because the talents that you have, the experiences you have, it's a gift. A gift that you're giving to people. So as we enter this holiday season, and give thanks, I would encourage all of you to consider how important you are to people in their lives, not only the people that we serve here at Tri-County, because at the end of the day, we love this place, but there's a lot more important things. It's family. parents, the friends. And some of you, like me, are probably struggling with relationships that you're probably needing to reach out to. Who's going to make the first call about inviting for Thanksgiving dinner? Go ahead and make that call. There's some laughs. You know what I'm talking about, right? I actually like my in-laws. So for those of you who don't, sorry about that. They would be home to play, so that would be nice. You know what I'm talking about? Reach out there, and spend some time with family. But for those that I don't directly supervise, those that I do, I talk with you often about the absolute need. I want to spend time with the loved ones, spend time with yourselves. It's so, so very important. Because as we juggle all those responsibilities we have in our life, and there's a lot of them, those balls in the air get big and they get plentiful. The one thing that we often neglect is each other. And I'm not talking about getting on the treadmill, although that wouldn't hurt any of us. I'm talking about doing something, spending time for yourself. So we're fortunate to have so much time off in the holidays. I challenge all of you to spend some time with yourself. Reach out to that loved one and make that first move. I just want to say again, you're making a difference. I'm proud of all of you. I'm proud to be a part of Tri-County. Proud to be a part of your lives. And hope that I make you proud, quite frankly. So I wish you all a fantastic weekend and a fabulous holiday. Have a great one. Thanks so much.
James said we can go. Have a good weekend.